All right, Ahmad, thanks. For some national perspective, we go to NBC's Mike Florio, who first mentioned the expansion team to St. Louis. That is tonight's Cardinal Buick Sunday Conversation. Mike, you rocked our world when you said instead of the possibility of a cash settlement if we win the lawsuit, that the NFL could throw us a team. Tell me about it.
Well, it's definitely something that's on the radar screen. It's not a significant possibility at this point, and I think it would require a couple of things. First of all, a significant verdict against the NFL, the kind of thing that would cause them to scramble for some alternative to coming up with $1 billion.
How come this is one of the most underreported stories nationally? With the exception of you, I don't know many others talking about this lawsuit.
Do you expect to see anything on NFL Network? I don't. But the other major outlets have just looked the other way, and I think ESPN is the most glaring because at one point in the life cycle of this case, they were paying attention to it. It astounds me that no one really is now, although I think more people are starting to wake up to the reality that unless there's a settlement, a trial is coming.
Mike, you've covered a lot of these NFL lawsuits, and in most cases, the NFL wins. Why do you feel differently about this one?
Well, it feels different because they have taken loss after loss to get to the point where they're now staring down a trial. The moment that they lost their effort to force this case into arbitration, and they knew they were going to be facing a St. Louis judge and a St. Louis jury, that to me is the moment they should have embarked aggressively on settling.
So you've written you don't think these NFL owners would be good on the stand. In fact, you used a comparison between them and Colonel Jessup.
And we've all seen the movie A Few Good Men, and Jack Nicholson gets browbeaten by Tom Cruise until he finally snaps. I would not be able to sleep the night before having to get one of these owners ready to testify, and I would relish the opportunity to cross-examine one of them at trial because they go in there with an attitude that is going to be very hard to diffuse, that they should be the ones to whom everyone is deferring, not the person sitting up on the bench with the black robe.
Final question. What are the odds that St. Louis ends up victorious?
I think it's already been victorious for St. Louis. To take on the preeminent sports league in the country, if not the world, and push them to the brink of a trial where they've got no way out. At this point, it's framed up. It's settle the case or try the case. And they didn't want to be there. They don't want to be in front of a St. Louis judge. They don't want to be in front of a St. Louis jury. It's already a victory. You've already gotten a pretty significant pound of flesh by making these folks worry about it this far. The question is, how many more victories are still to come?